This truck only has dummy lights, and by the time the light comes on, it's kind of too late. So I got this little teeny gauge pack that I'm gonna put in there. We got to make us a hole, okay, for our gauges shiznit. That's where I wanted the hole, and looks like I got it. Okay, look at me, y'all. I'm Magilla Gorilla. Not fooling anybody. All right, not sneaking up on this thing. I can't get anything on it. I can't get down to it. I don't have a socket that fits it. I got you, you son of a something or another else that I can't say. And nylon tubing for this, okay, sucks. But if anybody wants it, I'll happily trade it for a stale graham cracker and half a cup of dirty mop water. Yay! We got us a voltmeter. This is pretty terrible. Pressure washing the underside of the truck opened up a surprise. I'm gonna have to fix this now. Yeah, I think all in all that looks pretty good. But the other thing that's got me a little concerned, okay, is what we're gonna find when we take that carpet out. This carpet is pretty rotten. Holy crap. We gotta see about getting this trim off of here, and for sure these screws are not gonna want to cooperate. Oh no. Oh, the head came out. Uh-oh. There's always one. Yeah, the idea here being we can get them to come out. We don't have to do a bunch of cutting and whatever else, because that hardly ever comes out well. And I want to be able to reuse the trim. All right, that one's not going to cooperate either. Got to get the seatbelt thingies out. And of course it takes a Torx T50, which is the most common one. So it's the most chewed up one in the box, which means it's the one that's least likely to work. Oh my gosh, it actually started turning. Holy smokes. It's like my birthday or something. Oh boy. Could be worse. It could always be worse. Haha, got the head. That's really all I need. I'll get the heads off. I don't care if it leaves a screw in there. I can deal with that after I get the trim out. But these two here do not want to cooperate. So let's go get the Dremel and see if we can get these out. Sometimes this will work and sometimes it won't. But I'm going to try to cut a flathead slot into the head of the screw here. Don't want to cut the trim. That's the part I'm trying to avoid. For crap's sake. Alright, time for a drill. Only option left. Drill it out. Did I get it? No. There we go. Well, I say there we go. I said there we go like, oh yeah, you got it, but you really didn't yet. Easy, easy. There we go. Apparently I didn't get all them boogers. Come on. I'm being devoured. Suck them up, way up. Gonna need a tetanus shot. You guessed it, senorita. We got to do the same shiznit over here. I don't know if that come loose or broke my bit. Oh, it came loose. Yeah, good. More pleasant birthday surprises. About 2 months too late. Holy crap. Is this thing bolted all the way to China? Uh-oh. I feel like... yeah. Feel like something bad was happening. All right, boys and girls, what's the over and under on how many we get out of this side? And by the looks of it, I'm forced to go with 0. I know, I shouldn't be so pessimistic, but we'll try. Okay, we're gonna try. And I want anyone to be able to say, he didn't even try, he just went to cutting on shiznit. What kind of car guy is he? I'm the kind with no patience, okay? That's the kind. Oh, darn. I got a head and 1 screw so far. Hey. Oh, okay, we got some damage control to do with this one. Don't worry, okay? Don't worry. Time I'm done, you'll never know the difference. I got that one out, and the last screw kind of came out with it. So, you know, I guess that's good, but it makes me wonder about the floor. Anyway, that's what we're here to deal with anyway, is the dang floor and the nightmare that it is. Oh, that seems okay. We just got some surface rust there. We can take care of that pretty easy. All right, well, we know what we got to do. So I brought her inside to do it, okay? I'm going to tackle the worst side first, okay? They say if there's something you really don't want to do, you do the thing that you really don't want to do. You do that thing first so that you can get to the thing that you do want to do. I don't know. It doesn't make much sense to me either. Either way, we're going to get the worst side first. This is not going to be hours and hours of me cutting and welding and all that. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to get after it and bring you in stages, because I can get through this a lot quicker if I don't have to worry about filming every last bit of it. So anyway, this is what we got right now. All this, well, there's really nothing to cut out in this area here, but all of this, and then back to here, there's a little bit of cutting to do here too. And my pan that I bought, I'll show you in a second, doesn't cover this, so we're gonna have to make something up for this area here. But even though it's a little surface rusty here, it's pretty dang solid along the edge here. So I think I'm gonna like come in here and then cut across just below that bend line there. So something like that, and then down in here. I don't know. I think the pan overlaps this, so maybe we take this out. I'm not real sure yet. We got to come up along this trans tunnel at least high enough to cover this, and then back around in here. So I guess I'm going to break out the death wheel and start annoying the neighbors, okay? let's get the rot out, okay? This is surgery with a scalpel, okay? A scalpel. Alright, all I got here is this section here, which it looks like it's spot welded along in here and some spots in here. So I'm going to have to try to like drill them out, get out the air mangler, whatever. But once we get that done, we can clean all this up and then drop our pan in and start, you know, making this better. Alright, what I got to get? I got to get a drill and I got to get my air mangler. Mr. Air Mangler. This is actually coming out a little better than I thought. Got all this out and this cleaned up. I'm going to treat this before we weld back on top of it. But it looks like, okay, the pan, there's a seam right here. So it looks like if I actually cut this off and get that top layer off, the floor pan will fall right over top of this and spot weld to it. So I'm thinking that'd be easier than trying to butt weld it, plus better, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that little strip out, and then we'll lay our pan in here and see about getting it fitted. I got this cleaned up best I could. I'm just gonna treat it with some rust converter kill shiznit before we go back on top of it. Try to slow things down a little, you know what I'm saying? Just slow it down a little. Yeah, here we go. Oh, that fits nice. Yeah, I kind of like that. I need to make some marks for trimming it out a little more. Make sure we get it. This part fits fantastic. Think I'm gonna take this off all the way around. I actually don't need this, so we're gonna take that off. And we're going to come around here and just take off about a 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch or something like that. That way I can get it, you know, in more, because I didn't cut that much out of this underneath. It'll fit a little tighter. Then we'll screw it down. Then we'll mark it from the underside and trim it again. Fit and fiddle. Fit and trim and cut, and then cut and fit, and then trim it, and then weld it, and then cut it, and then weld it, and fit and trim it, and cut it, and weld it. I'm going to go underneath and put a little hole up from the bottom side of where I need the damn, or no I'm not, because I can't get to it. Okay, so from there, I need to go, oh, I need my damn my stinking, what's the name again? My tape measure. Where my tape measure get? Oh, there it is. Okay, from there, I need to go over 2 inches and then up 2.5. 2 inches would be here, basically, and then up 2.5 would be here, basically. So I need one right here. Okay. Nope. Still missed it somehow. Well, let's try it here. I think that got it. All right, now I'm gonna go underneath of there. I'm gonna mark the underside of the floor pan, but I'm not gonna cut to the line I marked. I'm actually gonna give it like another 1/2 inch. Stinking bumblebee, get out of here, Mr. Bumblebee. Listen, go find a home somewhere else, okay? I don't do illegal immigration here. But that should be the final, and then once we get that cut, we'll set it down in there, and then we'll start cutting to the pan, if that makes sense. And getting it welded in here. I feel like I got it fit in there pretty good for the most part. There's a couple of sections that I'd rather fine tune in there. So I'm gonna pull this out and clean it up, and then just go around and start tacking it in. Oh yeah. So I'm a dummy. It occurred to me, okay, I just got going, and then I stopped to get me a Sammy, and I thought, hey dummy, you're supposed to be showing people what the heck you're doing. So this is where we are so far, okay. I started stitching it. I've got it stitched all the way around, basically. I'm going across the top now, and then I'll do these spot welds. And then, because I'm not the greatest welder on earth, I'll actually grind those welds down, not all the way, but pretty good ways, and then I'll come back and stitch it again where I missed it the first time. But then we'll be good to go. We can seam seal it and get it all primered up and all that stuff. But I'm making progress here, okay? I just don't know what I'm doing with this yet. So, and I'm trying to keep it out of my mind until I get the actual pan itself done, so I don't stress myself out. There's the mail lady. She's got a big old bun on top of her. Like Marge Simpson kind of thing. Anyway, I'm gonna grab my Sammy, take me a little bit of a break here, and get back after it, and I'll check back in with you when this pan is completely done and we start working on this nonsense here. Okay? All right, sounds good. I'm glad you all agree. All right, I'm set here. Okay, I'm to here now. And so I think what I'm gonna do, we know all this has got to come out. Actually, like, this is surface rust. I know it looks rough, but it doesn't get like thin and pitted until you get like down in here. So I think I'm gonna try here, cutting this where I put the line, and then I'm gonna hammer this over and see where it falls, and then we might use this, or we might end up trimming. I don't really know yet. First thing is, let's get this out, and then we'll have to try to form up some pieces to make this look good. And I am not good at puzzles. Yeah, I got a BFH. And I know how to use it. I'm gonna heat that up. Maybe I can get it to bend more. It's looking good though. It'll form right to it. Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do, go ahead and cut that where it meets up with that, and then we can weld it down, and then we can just finish, smashing on her. Yeah, that'll be good. And then we'll just cut that straight, finish forming it here, and get us a piece for here and try to make the 47 bends work like that. All right, I think we're good here. I'm going to take some tape and make me a template for this piece I need right here. Make sure I form the tape to the shape of the opening here. This gigantic freaking hole, so that we make sure we cut our metal the right size. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to take this around the edges and make sure I score this tape really well. Probably what I'll do is just cut out the piece I need. That'd be a smart thing. You've heard of cardboard assisted drawings. This is tape assisted. It's a TAD, tape assisted drawing. That's what I need right there. Yeah, I went and found a piece of sheet metal, new sheet metal, believe it or not, from where I was working on Huckleberry. I had some leftover. So I got it kind of cut and fit, except for along here. I'm saving that for last. But I got it tacked in, so I think this is actually going to work out pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and get it all welded up, and then I'll show you when I'm done. This part sucks. Get it? Oh crap. Spillage crap everywhere. We're all done here. Yes, I could give you all some real close-up shots of my welds, but I don't want to. Okay, I'm not a good welder. Some of my welds kind of suck. All right, why would I want to show that off? Who wants to show off shiznit that sucks? But here's the important part. Okay, they're solid. This floor is solid. And that, my friends, is really all that matters. I actually did a lot better job than I thought I would in here because, you know, I just kind of wanted it patched up. Not a show truck. It's a farm truck. It's a hot rod. It's a patina junkyard hot rod. Anyway, I'm going to hit all this bare metal with some self-etching primer. And then we're going to go over it with some seam sealer. And this will last a very, very long time. And if you don't believe me, come back and check in, 20 years. I got this spreadable seam sealer that we're going to cover up all these crappy welds with, okay? Just in case I have a pinhole here and there. You just put it on with this giant popsicle stick. Look at that! Look at that thing. Imagine the fudge sickle that you could eat with that. God, that makes me want ice cream. I like ice cream. We're going to put this on and then let it sit overnight because it's getting kind of late. Okay, it's getting past my bedtime here. Oh, holy crap! And I get cranky when it gets past my bedtime. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all. I think you can actually like use a brush with this. But I can't even imagine doing that. It's like kindergarten arts and crafts. You just make a hell of a mess. That's all it's about. It's not even about the artwork. It's just about being able to make a mess without getting in trouble. All right, I'm gonna finish this up and we'll check on it in the morning, okay? Yeah, top of the morning to you, okay? Different day, same clothes. All right, I wasn't gonna put clean clothes on to get, they're full of metal shavings and metal particles, okay, from yesterday, which I got to do more today. So I wasn't going to load up a different outfit with more I had metal in every orifice, okay? My gentleman's jingle bells were magnetic. Well, our seam sealer set up nice. So now I'm just going to kind of scuff this up. This EDP is not really primer. It's just like a thin coating of stuff to keep it from rusting until you buy it. So we're going to scuff this up, hit it with a little paint, try to make it match as best we can with everything else. And I did hit these surface rust spots over here with some rust kill shiznit, so that should kind of stop it in its tracks for a bit anyway. And we'll throw a little paint over top of it, and like I said, it'll be good for a good long time. A good long time. I'm gonna go underneath too and hit it with hit the seams underneath with some undercoating. I'll do that later. I got this Rust-Oleum red. Is it an exact color match? Probably not, but it'll be fine. Believe it or not, this side isn't as bad. It's pretty good along in here, so I'm thinking what I might do is just come in here, and this is decent. Well, how about this? Yeah, I might just come right inside of this high beam switch and right along the other side of this stamping in the floor, and then from here across the back. Actually, we need to come here and right along in here somewhere, a little ways up, and then right underneath of this bend up here. That should get us what we need. And of course, it's the same as the other side, so I'm not going to worry about filming all this. I'm just going to get it done so I can get it knocked out, and I'll come back to you when we're wrapped up. And then we can move on to something else, okay? Something at least this much more enjoyable. All right, got it all done and painted, pushed it outside. I'm going to let it sit out here and dry. But this is what we got now, okay? This is muchas betteras. You know, at least you won't put your foot through the floor like Fred frickin' Flintstone. All right, maybe we work on these door panels while we're waiting for that to dry, huh? Now we're going to work on these door panels now, okay? And I'm not going to do, we're not getting carried away. I'm just going to clean them up and kind of spritz them. But I'm not going to paint this part. And the reason for that is it's like two different reds. These are the, I ordered some new door armrest thingies from LMC Truck, and this is what they call red, okay, which is more of a burgundy. And I got this interior plastic and vinyl fabric or whatever, paint, dye, whatever this is, and that is what matches this the most. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're just going to paint this plastic stuff, a coat or two of that, which will match these pretty good, and we'll leave this and we'll have like 2 shades of red. Yeah, just think of it as like, you know, having a 2-tone interior, okay, which I think is pretty much what it was before. And these door panels, okay, are so busted up and everything that really they need to be replaced anyhow. And if you get new door panels from LMC Truck and with what they call red, it'll probably come out a lot like this, and you'll be in good shape. This is what you call piecemeal, okay? As long as it works, all right? Let's not get too finicky about it. A little adhesion promoter, just to try to help things out here a little bit. Okay, red. Let's see what red looks like to them. Oh, that ain't bad at all. Not bad at all. Look at that. This is just a light coat. Might be all we need. Heck yeah, this is looking awesome. Freaking shit, Boost ain't got nothing on me. let that dry, and then give it another light coat, and I think that'll do it. It already looks way better. So yeah, we can put our fancy new armrest thingies on. I think I told you I got them from LMC Truck, and they should just screw in here some kind of how. They even came with the 2 screws. Ain't that nifty? I can't even see where the heck's it supposed to be. Oh, is that it down in there? Okay. These door panels are kind of all cracked up, especially this one. And I'm sure there's some kind of method for repairing 75-year-old plastic, but I don't know what it is, okay? Where are you, little screw hole? Why can't I find you? Maybe I should have done that one first. I don't know what's happening here. I feel like it's hitting. Oh, did it get it? Oh, very good. I got it. So these things will probably still be all just as loose and rickety. Oh, I got to get some clips. I'll have to go by the Napa and see what they got. Anyway, look how that well that matches. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. I don't know how well you can tell on camera, but it's like an exact freaking match. And I did also get, because the little cups where you put your fingers, which actually, this is what you actually use to pull the door to, so you're not really pulling on the door panel, because this screws into the metal bracket on the door. Anyway, I got these at AMD. These are metal. See, metal, and so they'll hold up. The original ones or whatever were plastic. So when we get straight, I got to get some clips, but I'm not doing any of this interior till I get the windshield done anyway. So windshield, okay, that's what we're waiting on, and I don't have it yet. So there you go. There's that. So we're gonna have to wrap this video up here for now. When we come back, we'll do the windshield, and I get the windshield swapped out. Then we can put the interior together, and then that's pretty much it. Except, we're gonna clean this thing up, maybe give it a little clear coat, and it'll be good to go. That should wrap us up. So probably 2 more episodes, maybe 1. I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. But we got through the hard part, okay? We got the doors, the floors and everything patched up, so should be good to go. And it looks really good. I still got to get under there and undercoat the underside. But you'll see all that in the next episode, okay? So, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got something out of it. If you did, please remember to like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff I'm supposed to spout out to you. And, hey, go get your own project. It's a good time. It's a good way to spend every available free moment that you have when you're not, working or doing your regular life stuff. It's fun, really. So get off the couch and go wrench on something, okay? We'll see you real soon. They need to come on with my freaking windshield.